Hello, welcome to Looks at Books. Today, our guest is Shayla Slamick. Tell us about your book. Amber Brown Goes Fourth is about a girl that goes to fourth grade without her friend Justin, and she misses her friend, and then a new girl comes to her class, and they come over to their houses, and they practice for burping contests, and then she comes home and her mom's boyfriend already has the burping trophy, and she gets sad and because she wanted the trophy from her friend, and then her mom talks to her about it, and then she wants it. She calls her friend, and then they both play with the trophy. Did you like it? Yes. Why did you like it? It was a really good book, and it's interesting. Would you recommend it to other third graders? Yes. Okay. Bye. My name is Morgan Nolan. Thanks for watching Looks at Books.
Hi. I messed up. Sorry. Hello, my name is Alex. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Morgan Nolan. What is the title of your book?
The Bad Beginning.
Who is the author?
Lemony Snicket.
Tell us what your book is about.
Well, there are 3 children, Violet, Klaus, and Funny, and they were just going to the beach, and they hear a man just came up to them, and they said their parents had died in a massive fire. And then, so the man takes them back to their house to look at what happened, and so they take a picture with them of their parents. And then the man drops them off to another relative's house named Count Olaf, which they never heard of the name. And he's a really ugly man, and he does stuff to them that's horrible. And he's just adopted them because he wants their fortune. So in a play he makes, he tries to get Violet to marry him so he can get their fortune. So she said I do, and so did he, and then they had to sign their name for the contract. And then, but she's a righty, but she signed with her left hand, so the marriage was off. And then they took them to another relative's house, but they didn't know who.
What did you like about the book or not?
It was a little scary, like what happened, and sad.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
Thank you for watching Books at Looks. My name is Alex.
Hello, my name is Francisco. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Alex. What is the title of your book?
Jingles at Dinner Time.
Who wrote that book?
Mary Pope Osborne.
What is your book about?
Well, first, it takes place in Australia. The characters are Jack, Annie, and Teddy. Jack, Annie, and Teddy have to break a spell for Teddy because Teddy is a dog, and they have to get 4 gifts. One is one from a ship lost at sea, one from a forest far away, one from the prairie blue, and one from the kangaroo wall. They have 3 of those things. They have to get the one from the kangaroo. So they have a tree house, and that there's a book in there, in the tree house. So they have to point to the cover of the book and say, I want to go there. The treehouse starts to spin faster and faster. Then everything is still, and they end up at Australia, and they meet this kangaroo and Joey, and they hear noises from trees, and dingoes appear behind them. And so the kangaroo starts running away from the dingoes and drops her Joey because she has to run faster, hop faster. So after that, a forest fire starts because lightning hit the forest. Then Annie and Jack and Teddy dashed into a cave, and after that, another rainforest started and rain poured all over the place and ended the forest fire. And then Jack and Annie said that they had to put the Joey back where the kangaroo mom, or else she wouldn't know where it was. So they did it because Jack dropped his book to the ground where they picked up the Joey, and the kangaroo mom came and gave the gift to Jack from the kangaroo. And so then they went back in the treehouse, and they went back to where they lived in Pennsylvania, and they gave it to this magical woman, and they used it to turn Teddy into a boy.
Did you like it?
Yes.
How why do you like it?
It's interesting and it's cool.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
Bye. My name is Francisco.
Hello, my name is Rajvi Desai. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Francisco. What is the title of your book?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Who is the author of your book?
Lisa DeMore.
Tell us about your book.
Well, Theodore Roosevelt was young, and they lived in Harvard University, and he got married with his wife, and his mom got really sick, and his his mom died, and his wife died 2 hours ago. And so Theodore Roosevelt didn't know what to do, so he told his sister to go and because they had a baby too, to take care of the baby. And so he went to find food to hunt for buffalo, but he couldn't find any because it was cold and rainy. So it was hard, but he never complained. And it also took him 2 weeks to find buffalo.
Did you like it?
Yes,
What did you like about it?
because it told me a lot about him.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
This has been Rajvi Desai. Thank you for watching Looks at Books. Bye.
Hello, I'm Marissa Collins-Rono. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Rajvi Desai. What is the title of your book?
Judy Moody Declares Independence.
Who is the author of your book?
Megan McDonald.
Tell us about your book.
Well, there's this girl, she's in Boston, and she meets this girl from Britain. Her name's Tori. And, well, she has her own phone, washcloth, and her own bathroom, so Judy gets jealous. And so the next day, she goes back home in Virginia, and she thinks it's not fair because Tori has her own phone, washcloth, and bathroom. So she starts writing her own Declaration of Independence and starts protesting. And then one day she got off the bus and realized that her brother was still on the bus. So thought, what would Ben Franklin do? And so she remembered that she took her bike to the bus stop, so she grabbed her bike and chased the bus. After biking so hard, she got her brother from the bus and said thank you to the bus driver and went home. Her mom heard all about it and told Julie that she was responsible, so she earned 25 cents raising her allowance.
Did you like the book?
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
Well, it told about the Declaration of Independence in an exciting way. And
would you recommend it to other third graders?
yeah.
This has been Marissa Colon-Srono. Thanks for watching Looks at Books. Bye.
Hello, my name is Zoe Batali. Today our guest is Marissa. What is the title of your book?
Amber Brown is Green with Envy.
Who is the author of your book?
Paula Danzinger.
Tell us about your book.
Well, it all takes place at Amber's dad's house because her parents got a divorce. So while she's there, she makes this soap kit that is called Grow Soap. After she makes it, she goes back home to her mom's house. Her mom says hello, and her mom's boyfriend Max says hello, too. The next day, she goes back to school, and her best friend Brandy is passing out papers. Brandy asks Amber why she is crying. Amber didn't even know she was crying. So her teacher came up to Amber and asked Amber to take a step outside. Then the principal came and asked Amber to go to his office and tell her what her problems were. Then a couple days later, her mom and Max said that they might move to a new house. Then she found out she was moving to a new house, but she was happy because it was a house in town, so she would still be going to the same school.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Why?
I liked it because it showed true feelings, like when Amber was upset she might move, but then when she was happy she moved to a place in town.
Would you recommend it to the other third graders?
Yes.
This has been Zoe Batalio from Looks at Books. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, my name is Eddie Hernandez. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Zoe Batalio. What is the title of your book? The Incredible Shrinking Kid. Who is the author of your book? Megan McDonald. Tell us what your book is about. Well, my book is about a boy named Stink. He is mad that he is the shortest person in his family. So his parents tell him to eat all his peas and drink all his milk. If he listens to his parents, he will eventually grow taller. But as time goes by, he doesn't appear to grow taller. And he wears striped pants and a striped shirt. And Judy, his sister, tells him to wear hair gel in his hair. But does it only make it taller? It makes his hair orange. After he goes to school, his teacher talks to him about being short. And she explains to him that being short is not that bad. Other important people are short too. So that's what she told him.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Would you recommend it to the other third graders?
Yes.
This has been Eddie Hernandez. Thanks for watching Looks at Books. Bye.
Hello, my name is Trevor Flanagan. Welcome to Look at Books. Today our guest is Eddie Hernandez. What is the title of your book?
Star Wars Prophets of the Dark Side.
What was the author of your book?
Paul Davids and Hollins Davids.
Tell us what your book was about.
Well, it's It starts with Kenna, the Supreme Prophet, who sent in a spy called Triclops to steal the file to the lost city of the Jedi. But Triclops knew he was being spied on too by Princess Leia and Luke. When they saw Triclops stealing the file, he just took off, and Luke and Leia were really mad. Just when Ken arrived, he said, "What happened?" Luke said, "We need to go to the lost city of the Jedi." Ken was scared to go. They took the Millennium Falcon there. Then when they were talking to DJ, he wasn't there. So they had to fly back. In the ship, Luke said we had to go to Azard, the place where the rare mushroom is. When they went there, they were captured by Kenna's guards. One of Kenna's guards took the lightsaber and pointed it up in the air. When Kenna found out that he captured Ken, he said, "Who is your father?" Ken said, "I think Ken comes from Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi might be my father." "You think?" said Kenna. And then they took Luke into a chamber. Luke used his mind trick to fool them. Luke said, "Where is Kenna's tea?" He's like, "You didn't ask for tea, Kenna." "Yes, I did. I asked for it 30 minutes ago." "I'll just get it myself," said Luke. The guards opened the chamber door, and then Luke locked them in the chamber door. And then when Luke found Kenna's secret, file cabinet, he found his lightsaber that Darth Vader cut off from the Imperial Death Star. It said in the little case, "This is Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, cut off from Darth Vader's lightsaber in the Imperial Death Star." Luke had to grab it, and he cut the cuffs on his hand. Then he found Kenna and followed him all the way to the lost city of the Jedi. Kenna made Ken use the Jedi computer, but it was too late. Luke broke it when Luke saw Kenna, and Kenna screamed real loud. And Luke and Ken and all their friends got away. Han and Luke got married. They had lots of children.
Did you like it?
Yes.
What would you recommend? Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
This has been Trevor Flanagan. Bye.
Hello, my name is Joe Bartlett. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Trevor Flanagan. What's the title of your book, Trevor?
Titanic.
Who's the author?
Kate Clay Dybowski and Anna Daylaner.
Tell us what your book is about.
Well, first the Titanic was built by the White Star Line, and when it went in the water for its first time, it was in Belfast, Ireland, and the workers were gonna work on it for like 2 years or so, and so now it was ready to have passengers on it. So then they sold all the tickets, and then and then there's like there's like gyms, swimming pools, suites, and the stuff below is like turbo engines for power boilers that were powered with coal, and like like a swimming pool down there too. And this passenger slept in 3 like classes below the deck. So when like a week later, it was getting colder in the Atlantic Ocean, and the sailors in the crow nest saw a iceberg, and the first officer pulled the ship to the the left, and then the boat's hull got scraped, and they had to call all these other boats, and then just the Capitharina saved them.
Did you like it?
I did.
Why did you like it?
Because I liked how interesting it was, and I learned some things, that it was built in like Belfast Harbor, and that all the officers in the other boats that were around the Titanic were asleep.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yep.
This has been Juliet Looks at Books. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, my name is Devin Wallach. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Joe. What was the title of your book?
First Field Guide Birds.
Who is the author of your book?
Chancellor Press.
Tell us a little about your book.
Well, there are many birds in this book. My favorite bird is the blue jay. I like the blue jay because it's all blue and snowy, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. The blue jay is an aggressive, intelligent, and little bird.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Why did you like it?
Well, because it had some of my favorite animals.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yeah.
This has been Devin Wallach. Thank you for watching Looks at Books. Bye.
Hello, my name is Emily Ayala. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Devin Wallach. What is the title of your book?
Stuart Little.
Who is the author of your book?
E.B. White.
Tell us about your book.
It's about a mouse who's having all these awesome adventures with the Littles. His first adventure was when he went down in the bath drain to get Mrs. Little's ring. She dropped it in there while Mr. Little was taking his bath. His second adventure is when he was a substitute teacher for a school in his school district. His third adventure is when he went out to find Margalo. Margalo is a bird who is Stuart's friend. He thought she probably left because it was springtime and birds likes to go out in the wild that time of year.
Did you like it?
Yes.
What did you like about it?
I liked Stuart's adventures. They were cool.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
This has been Emily Ayala. Thanks for watching Looks at Books. Bye. Hello, my name is Mahima Arora. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Emily. So Emily, what's the title of your book? Anne of Avonlea. What is the author of your book?
L.M. Montgomery.
Tell us a little about your book.
It's about a girl named Anne Shirley, and she has red hair, freckles, and greenish bluish eyes. And she is adopted, and the people who adopted her are Marilla and Matthew Cuthbert. Matthew already died, and it was a really sad time for them. So now Anne is almost done for high school, and they are friends with a girl called Mary, and she has twins called Davy and Dora. And Mary is dying, so she wants Marilla to take the twins so the twins won't be alone. And they take Davy is really bad, he acts bad, and Dora's good. And Anne starts to teach, and she meets this girl, a lady called Mrs. Lavender, and she thinks she is really nice, and she is really nice to Anne, and they always talk to each other. And one of the kids that Anne teaches is Paul Ivering, and Paul's dad likes Miss Lavender, and he asked Anne if he could ask Miss Lavender if he could talk to her and ask her something, and Miss Lavender says yes, and they talk while they're talking he asks her to marry him, and they get married and have a wedding.
Did you like the book?
Mm-hmm.
What did you like about it?
It had a lot of details, and I liked the characters in it.
Would you recommend this book to other third graders?
Yeah.
This has been Mahima Aurora. Thank you for watching Looks at Books. Bye.
Hello, my name is Michael Bochev. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Mahima Aurora. What's the title of your book?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Who is the author?
Ronald Deha.
Tell us about your book.
Well, Charlie belongs to a family who has really little money. They're not poor or anything, but they just don't have enough money. And Mr. Wonka owns a big chocolate factory, and he's going to close his gates so no one can get into the factory because he thinks that a lot of people get carried away and start to get in the chocolate factory and steal chocolate. So Mr. Wonka decides to send out 5 golden tickets on 5 candy bars going to other countries, and a lot of 5 children found it. The first person who found it was Augustus Gloop, who was fat and greedy. The second person was Veruca Salt, who was spoiled by her parents and who are rich. And the third one was Violet Beauregard, and the fourth one was Mike Teavee. The fifth one was Little Charlie Bucket because he went into a candy shop because he found a dollar bill on the floor in the snow, and he bought a candy bar and it had the golden ticket in it. Then the next day they went to the chocolate factory, and each child had their favorite room that they like. Augustus Gloop fell into the chocolate lake because he's fat and greedy when he loves chocolate. And of course, the next room they went to was this gum machine room, and Violet Beauregard,
who was a really good gum chewer, and she went, she had this gum and she turned into a big blueberry, and Veruca Salt, she wanted a squirrel, and she wanted one of those trained squirrels that Mr. Wonka has. And of course, my TV, he loves TV, so then he got transported by TV and by this kind of machine, and he became little. Then Charlie and Mr. Wonka lived together.
How did you like it?
It was a really good book.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
Thank you. This has been Michael Bochev at Looks at Books. Bye.
Hi, my name is Santino Turi, and welcome to Looks at Books. Today we have Mike B. What is the title of your book?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Tell us about your book.
Well, the author is Julius Verne, and it's about 3 people that that hear about a monster. It's a huge sea monster that has been destroying ships. And the 3 people, called the Professor, Conseil, and Ned Land, get a bunch of a crew and head off with the ship. And all of a sudden they see a glow in the distance, and it's the monster. And then the monster terrorizes the ship, and the ship almost sunk, but the 3 people fell off the boat. And then the monster came near them. And then the professor, he fainted because he thought that he was going to be eaten alive. And then all of a sudden, after he wakes up, he finds that he's in a submarine. And he looks up and he sees a bunch of people. Ned tells him that the monster isn't actually a monster, it's a submarine. And then there's this person named Captain Nemo. And him and 8 people put them in a room. And the captain told them that they were prisoners. After a while, the captain got nice, and he treated them like family. And then all 4 of them had a really good trip, saw lots of stuff, and there's one thing they saw was they went to a place with lots of ships, and they saw gold in it, and only Captain Nemo knew about it. Then they went to a place where they figured that had lots of stuff, like fruit and all, but they wanted to escape because they didn't want to be prisoners. They went on the island, and they saw lots of fruit, and Ned said, "Let's never go back." And then all of a sudden, a coconut hit Ned Land in the head, and then he says it's probably a monkey. But then a whole bunch of people come and attack them, and then while they're running, they see Captain Nemo, and they go in a boat, and they go off and go back to the submarine, and they go all kinds of places. And then at the end, Captain Nemo and his crew almost sink in or no one knows what happened to Captain Nemo because there was a maelstrom, and those 3 people, the Professor, Conseil, and Ned Land, went on a rowboat and sailed off, and the captain fainted again, and then the submarine went in the maelstrom, and no one knows what happened to Captain Nemo. And then the professor woke up and found himself in Norway, and
then there was a fisherman there that said that they'd put the professor and Conseil back to France and Ned in Canada.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes, because it's very adventurous.
Bye. This is Santino Deterri. Bye.
Hello, my name is Janelle Mendoza. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Santino Deterri. What is the title of your book?
Goose.
Who is the author of your book?
Bill Wallace.
Tell us about your book.
There's a boy named Jeff and his dog Teepee, and his name are Mandy, and a little puppy named Mocha, and Teepee's kind of jealous because Jeff hangs around with Mocha more than Teepee now, and then Mocha asked Teepee, "How did you get your name?" And Teepee said that when he was a puppy, he dragged toilet paper all around the house, and Mocha kept on asking him 1,000 questions, and then Jeff and Teepee, Mandy, and Mocha go in the woods, and then Teepee sees a goose nest, and a goose bites Teepee on the tail, and then Mocha chases the goose into the water, and the goose was trying to drown Mocha, and then Teepee was still afraid of water, so he ran into the water and saved Mocha's life.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Tell us why you liked it.
Because it was about my favorite subject, dogs.
Will you recommend this book to other third graders?
Yes.
This has been Janelle Mendoza. Thanks for watching Looks at Books. Bye. Hello, my name is Anthony Sotil. Welcome to Look at Books. Today our guest is Janelle Mendoza. What is the title of your book?
The Candy Corn Contest.
Who is the author of your book?
Patricia Riley Gift.
Tell us what your book is about.
First there is a candy corn contest. How many pages they read of their book is how many guesses they get. Then Richard decided to have a sleepover after Thanksgiving, so he did. But it was only for boys, not girls. So 6 boys were going to go to the sleepover, and then no one wanted to sleep near Matthew because, and then Matthew found out that Richard didn't want him in his sleepover. So then Richard ate 3 candy corn from the jar, and then Matthew gave him 3 candy corn back so he could put it in the jar and not get in trouble.
and then they apologized to each other. Then Emily Arrow wins the candy court contest.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Why?
Because it had excellent pictures.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
This has been Anthony Sotil. Thank you for watching Look at Books. Bye.
Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Anthony Sotil. What is the title of your book?
Meet John F. Kennedy.
Who is the author?
Nancy Bean White.
Tell us about your book.
Well, John F. Kennedy was the second of 9 children. He had 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and never mind about that. But he went to a boarding school named Cote, and then he was voted most likely to succeed. Then he went to Princeton with his brother Joe, and then John F. Kennedy got sick, so he had to go home. And then when his brother was in Harvard, he went to Harvard with his brother, and then they both graduated in 1940. In 1941, they both went to the Navy and fought against the Japanese. And John F. Kennedy was the commander of a boat named PT-109 that was attacked by the Japanese, and he survived it but needed back surgery. And on 1952, I believe it was, that he got shot in Dallas, Texas, and he was only president for 2 years, 10 months, and then he died. And he'll be always remembered as our 32nd president.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Why?
Because it had very good details about his life, and I liked how it told us about when he was in the war.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes, if you like history.
This has been Johnny Perez. Thanks for watching Looks at Books. Bye.
Hello, my name is Gwen. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Johnny Perez. What is the title of your book?
Star Wars: The Glow of Darth Vader.
Who is the author?
Paul Davis and Hollis Davis.
Tell us what your book is about.
Well, Star Wars: The Glow of Darth Vader is a book about 8 bad guys and 8 good guys. There's a bad guy named Trioculus who is the second emperor. Darth Vader and the first emperor died in the book. Trioculus got into the good guy's lair by defeating the guards. Trioculus went back to his lair and said, "Find me the globe of Darth Vader." C-3PO and R2-D2 got lost in the cave, so they looked for the entrance. So the bad guys will try to look for the glove of Darth Vader. So Trioculus found a broken ship under the sea, so he went under, and then under the sea with a helmet and some stuff like a suit, and then he was looking for something important. MD5 found the globe of Darth Vader. for triangles. Captain Dunn will help Luke Skywalker defeat some droids and stormtroopers.
Did you like it?
Yes,
Why?
because I like the book is interesting and it's a good book.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
Bye. This is Gwen. Looks at books.
Hello, my name is Michael Hawkins, and welcome to Look at Books. Today our guest is Gwen Upchurch. What is the name of your book?
John Stilton and the Lost Treasure of the Emerald Eye.
Who is the author of your book?
Geronimo Stilton.
Tell us what your book is about.
Geronimo Stilton is a mouse who has a newspaper, and he has a sister named Thea, a brother named Trap, and a nephew named Benjamin. One day his sister found a map for the lost treasure of the Emerald Eye, and she asked Geronimo Stilton to go with her, and they sailed for a long time to get to the island, and then they found it, and then they found a lot of booty traps, and later they discovered it was really a vacation spot, and then they went home disappointed.
Did you like the book?
Yes,
Why?
it was exciting.
Would you recommend this book to other third graders?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Michael Hawkins, and thanks for watching Look at Books. Bye.
Hello, my name is Nicole Jasinski. Welcome to Look at Books. Today our guest is Michael Calkins. What is the title of your book?
Star Wars: The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader.
Who is the author?
Raider Wintan.
Tell us what your book is about.
It's about Anakin Skywalker growing up. He was a little boy living on Tatooine, and a Jedi Master, Qui-Gon Jinn, came to Tatooine and had a bet with the person that owned Anakin, and the bet was if Anakin won the race, he wouldn't be a slave anymore, but if he didn't win the race, he would still be a slave. Later, he won the race and he wasn't a slave anymore, but his mom still was. Later in his life, he was trained to be a Jedi, and Jedis weren't allowed to get married, but he liked this girl named Padme. His boss, Obi-Wan Kenobi, was his master, and he was serious. Whenever Anakin messed up training, he'd have to start all over again. Later in his life, when he was trained to be a Jedi, he knew he had to save Chancellor Palpatine, and so did Obi-Wan. Chancellor Palpatine was actually evil, and he turned Anakin Skywalker to the dark side. Anakin Skywalker killed half of his loved ones, including Padme. He was now Darth Vader, and he had a son, Luke, and a daughter, Princess Leia. They were on the good team, and Darth Vader was on the bad team.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Why do you like it?
I liked the beginning of it when he was a slave.
Would you recommend it to other third graders?
Yes.
Alright, this has been Nicole Jasinski with Book at Books. Bye.
Hello, my name is Sarah Keller. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Nicole Jasinski. What is the title of your book?
Third Greatest Trouble.
Who's the author?
Barbara Baker.
Tell us about your book.
Third Greatest Trouble is about a girl who's starting third grade. Her name's Elizabeth, but everyone calls her Liza. She's going to be in Mrs. Lane's class. She has an older brother named Edward, who's starting 6th grade. When he was in 3rd grade, he had Mrs. Rumford. She also has a little sister named Peggy. She's starting kindergarten today. Liza has a best friend named Heather. They walk to school together every day. They are both in Mrs. Lane's class. But there's a problem. Mrs. Lane has too many people in her class, so Liza gets picked to go into Miss Rumford's class. Liza was not happy. She was really sad that she couldn't be with her friends in Mrs. Lane's class. But things changed when she meets a new friend named Bridget, and they're best friends now. But Liza's best friend, Heather, is now friends with Monica the mean girl. So Liza and Heather get in a big fight. But finally Liza's not mad at Heather anymore, and Heather is not mad at Liza.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Why?
Because it feels like you've been through it. It's like a life experience.
Would you recommend it to other 3rd graders?
Yes.
This has been Sarah Keller at Looks at Books. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, my name is Shayla Slamek. Our guest here today is Sarah Keller. What is the title of your book?
Abraham Lincoln, President for People.
Who's the author?
Larry Weinberg.
Tell us about your book.
It started with the first Abraham Lincoln, who was Abraham Lincoln's grandfather, and he fought in the Revolutionary War. And then Abraham Lincoln, the president, was born in 1809. Then a few years later, his mom died from milk sick. And then his dad went hunting and found a new wife, Sarah. And then she encouraged Abe to go to school. And then when he was older, he had lots of jobs. And they called him Honest Abe because one time he worked in a store and he overcharged a person. And he walked like 5 miles to give her 6 cents back. And then one time he had to go on a boat to New Orleans, and he saw slavery and he didn't like it. So he ran for Congress, and then he wanted to stop the slavery. And then a few years after that, he was president, and
My name is Sarah Keller. Welcome to Looks at Books. Today our guest is Colson. What is the title of your book?
The series of unfortunate events, The End.
Who was the author?
Lemony Snicket.
Tell us about your book.
Well, it's about these 3 orphans, Violet, Claus, and Sunny. They find out that their parents died, so then this other guy helps them find a new foster parent. First, he takes them to Count Olaf, but then Count Olaf tries to kill them, so then he takes them to a different foster parent. Count Olaf pretends to be a professor and kills him, so then there's no more foster parents, so they just have to stay with Count Olaf.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Why did you like it?
Because I thought the book was very interesting, and I liked the way that the writer wrote the book, like he's telling a story.
Would you recommend it to other 3rd graders?
Yeah.
This has been Sarah Keller at Books That Looks.